I love shopping, of course. It's a hobby of mine.
I wanted to be wealthy so badly. I would dream about it. I would dream about having money. I mean, how sad is that? That was my dream.
I just like to have the hottest, whatever, the hottest of the hottest, whatever's popular at the time, whatever's trendy.
It's like you constantly need something. This endless process of consumerism.
I have friends who have unlimited credit cards at the age of 16. I mean, personally for me, I have a limit and I generally seem to go over it.
And then I researched the BMW. When I went to the dealership, I knew more about the BMW than the dealer himself did.
I don't care about money unless my mom really needs help.
Material things I think are very important.
Fake jeans. Like, I think, like, you can't have no fake jeans.
If I could shop all day, every day, I would.
Money, 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 money. I am what I am.
I love fashion because I see it as like an art form, like it's just a way to look good and make you feel good and to say something about yourself. So, you know, when you're meeting someone, they already know something about you from just what you're wearing. I mean, there's like a lot of different type of people, like fashion-wise at our school, like, of course.
Or just in general.
Just, yeah. But like, I guess there's some people who don't really care that much, and you can kind of tell. It's true.
There are like just extreme amounts of money at our school, and
Fortune 500
yeah,
type of people.
yeah, like trust fund, and so some of these people like really go overboard with the whole like everything. Sometimes I feel like it's more of a way of showing how much money you have than expressing yourself through style.
Going to the things that are 4 digits, I think that's very inappropriate for school.
Yeah, for school.
It's not really necessary to spend a couple grand on something you're just wearing to go to class in. But if you want like a really nice classic bag, it's definitely appropriate to spend that kind of like 4 digits because that's something that's really nice. I swear, I have an older brother and my parents have spent, I'm sure, so much more money on me. You have to really, like, I mean, I have to spend money on makeup. Haircuts are expensive. Get your hair colored, because, I mean, I like to change my hair up a lot just because it's interesting and fun. And then getting your eyebrows waxed is my favorite thing to do.
Oh my god, it feels really good.
And so that's expensive. Getting your nails done all the time. So, I mean, it stacks up, really. Being a girl in LA is very much more expensive, I think, than being a guy.
I can remember in middle school, the first 2 years of my middle school, I didn't have that many clothes. You know, I wasn't really into it. That's when I first like realized it was important to be in style. I was in middle school. The first 2 years, you know, I didn't really like care about dressing. Some kids would make fun of me. So ever since then, I've just tried to keep up. Jordans were my thing in middle school. It kind of just grew into like this big monster. Me spending all my money on clothes and shoes. 7 jeans, antiques, those can run you anywhere like $250 to $300 a pair of jeans. Nike Blazers cost anywhere from about $100 to, they can go off the charts about $300 for one pair of shoes. My parents, they used to give me the money, but they saw how God had a hand with my spending, so I had to get a job and pay for everything myself. Sometimes it can go close to about $700, $800 a month, just on clothes. I don't consider myself rich. Both of my parents are like very well off. My dad owns a business and my mom works for an attorney. I mean, we live a very comfortable life, but I don't consider myself rich. I'm trying to buy a new car, so instead of saving up for that new car, I'll go to the mall and I'll see a new pair of shoes and I want the shoes right then and there, you know? And like, since I can go get the shoes and take them home with me, it's more like, I don't know, realistic for me to go and take the shoes and take them home and be happy than like save up for something that I'm not getting right then and there. So it's easier for me to do that, you know? It's something I just do. I'm gonna try to stop spending as much because I know in college clothes and shoes are not as important. So hopefully I can give up this addiction, you know? Just stop spending so much and just go focus on my education and not what everybody's wearing and what I'm wearing.
When you go shopping, it seems like it's never enough. No matter how much you get, you always just need the next thing that you see. And in the moment, like, even if it doesn't really fit you right, it'll look perfect because you kind of want it to. And it kind of, for a minute, brings you out of whatever you're feeling or whatever emotions, it kind of numbs you for a minute. When I go to Abercrombie and stuff, I'll look at the labels and be like, made in Indonesia. And I was like, okay, sweatshops, little children making 5 cents a day. And I feel guilty for a minute, but eventually you're like, okay, those jeans are amazing. That shirt looks too awesome. I'm sorry, I'm gonna buy it anyway. At my school, you're walking down the hallway and you have like 50 people just analyzing you and judging you based on your clothes. And everybody will just kind of stare you down if you're wearing the wrong clothes, and if you're wearing the right clothes, you just kind of get this look of approval, like, okay. And it really kind of depends on what clique you're in. I do think it's more expensive to be in some cliques than others. Like, if you're just with the preps, then it's pretty much, you can just throw on jeans and a t-shirt, analyze yourself, am I wearing any black? No, I'm good to go. This is a more upper class, kind of less grimy goth. This clique is probably one of the most expensive ones. Being low class goth is way, way cheaper, as you would imagine. So here we have our like Abercrombie kind of, I don't know, preppy look. It's mostly kind of upper class people where their dad owns some company and their mom just goes around to all the stores. Okay, we have a little bit more of a crazy out there look. They really don't care if it's designer. And we have our kind of normal group. Doesn't have to be expensive to be normal. Punk is probably medium up there on the list of expenses in terms of cliques. Basically, how much money your parents have and how much of it they give to you. It's kind of the difference, the definition of upper class and lower class. My parents don't have that much money, but in terms of the percentage of what they're giving me, I'm probably upper middle class.
Annika is probably more expensive than my 3 boys combined. She has a phenomenal power to make money dissolve. You know you are.
Okay, well, maybe 2 boys combined.
I don't have a lot of money right now. I have been a good deal wealthier in my life and also a good deal poorer. I've been up and down the whole thing, but right now it's kind of tight. It's hard, and I sometimes feel angry because I feel like she's not, you know, that her goal is to get as much. This is not always true, but sometimes I feel that her goal is to get as much out of me as she possibly can without any regard for what the kind of position that's going to put me in.
And I don't think that's intentional.
No, I don't either.
But it's subconscious, and afterwards I'll be like, oh crap, I shouldn't have pushed her to buy me the sweater, you know?
It's really interesting, like the shirt that she's wearing right now was one of the shirts that we got on her birthday, and I looked at the price. It was a very expensive shirt. I won't even go into how expensive it was. And I was like, no way, not at all. And she's like, I just want to try it on. And I'm like, yeah, but don't even think about it because I'm not paying that much for a tank top. And it was a really interesting moment for me because she tried it on and she walked out, and I just wanted her to have it, you know?
If you don't have a lot of money, there are ways to make it seem like you do. It's easy, actually. It's very easy to lie about that. I mean, as long as you don't invite people to your house, you can wear the clothing. I mean, you can save up a lot of money and buy that designer outfit. At Harvard Westlake, there's a lot of the kids are very wealthy. So I felt like if I seemed wealthy and they would accept me. When I first came to Harvard Westlake, I wore Lacoste and stuff. For my birthday, I made my mom buy me a Gucci sweater. And we couldn't afford it, but I would buy it so that I could feel like I could afford it. What's been most difficult is that we had a different lifestyle when we were younger. My mother worked in a very big law firm in LA, and she made like a lot of money every year, and she used to spend it profusely. I mean, she bought Ferragamos, and she would outfit us in baby Dior totally unnecessary. But because of the spending, because of the 3 children in private school, and because we didn't handle our money right, we went into debt. And it cycled. It was this snowball effect, and we just got ourselves more and more into debt. And so I had to apply for financial aid at Harvard-Westlake by myself. And there was such a mystique around Harvard-Westlake and these kids that were worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Just so different that I was just not used to it. The thing I fantasized most about was the living, the lifestyle, and the idea that they had no real limits, that they could buy whatever they want, go wherever they want, whenever they want. That constant financial stress, which is such a big part of my life now, that stuff was not part of their lives. And also the social network. I mean, they had parties that they went to and houses that they were able to get into and gates that were open for them. Literally, gates that I had to peer through to look at the houses. Those gates were open to these people. One of the reasons I felt so lucky to be at Harvard-Westlake was because I was befriending these people. And going to these houses and frolicking through the fields and being friends with these people made me feel as if I had that. I was part of that. I always secretly wished that I could just become part of the family. As awful as that sounds, you know, like that I could just leave my family and live in the mansion. It's been very difficult with money, and I feel like my parents' marriage too there's been a lot of strain on that because all they can do now is argue about, you know, who's gonna pay the next bill. So money has been a huge part of my life, a huge source of pain for me because it's kind of destroyed a lot of my family's dynamic, and I resent that a lot.
Poor to me is like what we used to do, like 7 people in only 1 bedroom apartment, and we needed to like sleep in the floor because there was no room. There's no like water to take showers, no electricity. You gotta like pure candles around your house. Like there's hardly food to eat. We didn't even have a fridge. The water, the milk, we need to put it in like in the sink where they fill up the sink with water and you put it right there. Where I used to live, that's poor. Then we came up a little bit.
Was it bad work?
Yeah. For me, it was fun, graffiti, until I got caught. Well, I knew like what was gonna happen, get booked in the system and all that, but like my mom was going through a lot of stuff. Like my brother locked up, my sister in problems and all that. Then me again, her only child that she like counts on me. I was thinking of that only of that. What's gonna happen with my mom? That's it. All the time. They were asking me questions. I'm like, my mom. You go up the stairs, you go all the way.
What's up with the bag?
I work at Humboldt Industries with Father Greg and Father Mark. Well, the money I make, I usually go and pay my tuition, and I help my mom out. She cleans other people's house, like housekeeping. Before I got this job, I used to help her like clean the bathrooms or all that. She used to give me like $10. I wish I live in one of those houses because it's all like fancy and it's all calm there. There's no danger. Not like where I live right now.
Honey, hear this. You're a little scared about what?
Going to school. We have a nanny. We used to have 2 nannies and it was crazy. But my mom's all about the help. She works and so does Tom, so you sort of have to have a nanny. She picks up the kids and does the shopping and cleans our rooms, and it sort of becomes a part of our daily life. Just people help on the weekends. We have another babysitter who comes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. At my dad's, there's like 4 nannies or something ridiculous because there's 3 children, so everyone needs a nanny. And my dad has a trainer, and we have gardeners. That's about it. The dog walker. In LA, the money is
It's on the surface level. You don't even have to play detective to find out who someone is. It's right there in your face. Like you meet someone, hi, I'm this person, I'm rich, or hi, I'm this person, I wish I was rich. And it shows up everywhere. It's how tan you are, what jewelry you're wearing, your book bag, how expensive is your book bag? Girls have $3,000 book bags just for school. In 7th grade, girls were bringing colored Louis Vuitton to carry their pencils. It doesn't stop in high school. It doesn't stop in your 20s. What car you drive, where you work, what kind of suit you're wearing. It's a whole image thing that Hollywood sort of forces you to try to fit into. Every weekend there's an event, and some people go all out for the events, and it's crazy. I know girls who could spend $400 on one night when it's just not even an event. For our prom, we all got picked up in a big Hummer limo, and I think it was $100 a person. So we all get into this big limo and go out to dinner. We all spend $50 there. Then we go to after prom, which is $40. We're just throwing money at everyone, and it's sort of a crazy experience.
I can't spend like these girls spend, and my mom's a single mom. She's a therapist, so she works really hard to try to keep our house, and I basically couldn't afford the event. It was a really expensive event, and I didn't really want to bug my mom about it because I know that we're kind of tight with money. So I just decided I just stayed home, and then everyone came over and got ready, but it was okay. I was really glad to have everyone over, and I didn't really say that I wasn't going because I couldn't afford it. I didn't want anyone to feel guilty about that or anything. It's junior year, it's not senior prom, so I didn't have my heart set on going. My heart wasn't broken.
My name is Cameron. I stay on 87th Street off Normandy in Manchester, and I'm 17. My parents take well good care of me and my little brother. We not rich, and we can't have everything we want, but we get, what we need. And what they can't do for me, I'ma do. I found all type of hustles. I done did that on my own, ever since I was about 15, I've been grinding. All money ain't good money, but, I basically try to get it the positive way. If people can't get what they want, the right way, and if they really want it, they gonna try to get it any way possible. I got homies that have robbed some stores, that's doing time right now. Clothes be important, stuff be important. You gotta keep your rep up. People getting clowned on. That's another thing that be happening in that school. You ever heard, they call it, you got milked. That mean they be shooting on you, you shop at the swap meet? What? You swap meet shopper? That's what they be. They can tell. People can just start clowning on you. It's just not a good feeling. Because I could just see it that's cold. In front of the girls and all that. That ain't the business. I don't know what it's like because I never been in that situation, you feel me? Because I got outfits. First thing we got to get is the money. And that's what I'm trying to aim for, is trying to get the money, all type of looking at new things. I'm going to do this, I'm finna start looking into investments, all type of stuff. I'm trying to think big. One of my dreams is to just, rap. It's fun. To me, it's the best. That's the best thing. They get it. Rappers get everything. They be in movies. They go on tour. They own shows, radio. They own all the media. They own all the media, everything. They own everything, pretty much. Yo, I step up in the club with my fresh Lacoste, I'm flamed up. Firefighters can't cool me out. And if I get a little cool, cause the iced out cross hanging around my neck, I'm slim thugging like a boss. I can give a fuck about all you player haters. I just keep coming up on me like an elevator. Got my mind on my money and my money.
I can spend, anywhere from, I'd say $50 to $300 a day. I go with my friends like every single day to the promenade, which is like right down the street from me, and I can really shop up a storm. Hey, I'm Matthew Underwood, and I'm 16 years old. Wait, again, I have to do it again. I just turned 17. Hey, I'm Matthew Underwood. I'm 17 years old, and I live in Los Angeles, California. I have a job. I work on a TV show on Nickelodeon, and it's my life. I've been doing it for 16 years, but I've been on the show for 4 years now. And it's helped me a lot for shopping purposes because actors make a good, decent amount of money, so I can spend a lot of money a lot. My mom, she manages me, she manages my life, and she does a lot of my publicity for me. She's like every single day, 24 hours a day, she's always working on my publicity. And she used to be a nurse, so it's been a big sacrifice for her, and it's really helped me a lot. I own a company, it's called Matthew Underwood Incorporated, and I pay everyone that works for me. So whenever she does a job or whenever she needs to, like whenever we go on vacation or wherever we go somewhere and eat, I always pay for everything we do. I don't know if she's actually on an actual payroll yet, but I'm sure she will be sooner or later.
The one thing that I make crystal clear with people, especially like with the car, I don't call it my car, because it's not my car. I was saying a lot of people in the industry, they'll, and they do work for their kids, and they do, help their kids, and their kids would not be where they are without their parents. That is true, okay? And it's a hard job. But then they'll go out and they'll buy a car and they'll call it their car, And I've never said that. I've always said it's Matthew's car because it's Matthew's money that bought the car. Now I have my own car. It's a little Saturn that we drove all the way from Florida with. That's not doing too well right now. But I do have my own car. Doesn't want me to drive him around in it, but
Want to get you a new one?
Yeah, he does want me to get a new car because it's old.
Working and making my own money has definitely changed my entire outlook on money itself, because now I know that since I support my family, I pay most of the bills in my house, that I now have grown up a little bit. I believe I was 13, so I started making enough money to be able to do that. And then when my family had to make the sacrifices where they couldn't work themselves, I had to do a lot of work myself.
I don't want to interrupt, but he has not supported us since he's 13. I'm really sorry. I only just stopped working when? February.
Oh, but I know what you mean.
You never supported us from 13. That's not true.
It's not?
No, it's not. I worked as a nurse making $450 a day.
That was years ago.
No, up until recently.
That was different. That's okay. We can do something else.
But he has worked steadily since 13 and helped pay bills. Yes, he has.
Well, when I was younger, I had my own room, and we actually had a spare bedroom, so, you totally took it for granted, and now that, you're sharing 10 feet of space with 3 people, it's just, there are some nights, and I just want to, throw stuff from up there.
This is our bed, that's her bed, No privacy sometimes. As she's getting older, it's getting a bit more awkward, and everyone has to know what time someone's working and what time someone's school schedule if you want private time. It's a bit inconvenient.
We never have serious fights. It's always I want to watch this, and this is on, and we'll have fights over a TV show and stuff. But you can't really argue because she's paying the rent.
Then who paid the bills is the boss. Is that Blink-182 or somebody?
Green Day.
Oh, Green Day, there we go. I mean, that was who she liked when she was a bit younger.
Yeah.
Sort of, I don't think she even likes them now.
I like Green Day.
Do you? Oh, I apologise. Oh, my husband's a bus driver. He's driven buses for 28 years now. So we drove buses in England. We both were bus drivers in England. And we just sort of came to the conclusion that if we can do a crappy job for 40 years, at least do it in nice weather. It was sort of temporary. We took this place and it was a temporary apartment for 6 months, and it's turned into 9 years. And
there are times where you just wish that you just had extra rooms, but the closeness at times it isn't all that bad.
We have been poor, but now we're sort of comfortably middle class people.
Some kids, they still I want this, even though their parents can't necessarily afford it.
I mean, you always know when it's payday because you always get fancy dinner on payday.
We have a fancy dinner, steak, and then a big cake afterwards. And then at the end of the month we have shepherd's pie.
Mashed potato with rice or something, yeah.
That's like always
What's in the back of the cupboard? Oh, let's shake the toaster. Sometimes it'd be like that.
Yeah. You just have to remember where you come from, because at the end of the day you could have money and the next morning it could be gone. Like it just kind of teaches you, like, don't take it for granted.
I can do what I want. It's my camera. It's my camera, not yours.
Mom, Megan's deleting the Miley picture.
You can't delete that because it's not on the CD, please. It's my picture. I'm hungry!
I have two beautiful daughters, Ashley and Megan. Ashley is 13 and a half, Megan's gonna be 12, and I live in Calabasas. When I first moved out here, people were like, where do you live? You know, what community, what street, you know, what model. People will spend their last dime to drive a certain car where we live, to live in a certain house. I mean, I see it all the time. It's like they spend every penny on what you can see. They like when they look rich, you know. It's a whole image thing. I know someone, she had a boob lift, a tummy tuck, and lipo last summer for her son's bar mitzvah, and then over spring break just now, she had her arms done. I know, like, my kids bug me because they're almost embarrassed that I'm overweight or that I am not dressing a certain way. There's just a lot of pressure, and I want them to fit in and feel comfortable, because it's not even to be competitive, it's just to fit in and be normal. You need to look a certain way.
It's important to have nice clothes. Like, if you have bad clothes, you're a dork. Or a weirdo. If you go to school and someone's wearing the same outfit as you, it's really embarrassing, because you feel like, oh, they copied me. Oh, I can't stand this. I'll say to them, why did you copy me? And I won't wear the outfit again. And if I don't know them, I give them a dirty look, and I don't wear the outfit. One time when we went to the father-daughter dance, about 6 other people had the same dress as me. It ruined the whole thing, and so we left early. I couldn't stay any longer. I couldn't stand it. The popular people aren't fat.
Well, my grade, some of the popular people are kind of fat, but
well, those are the ones that fool around. The fat ones are the ones that fool around, so that's why they're popular.
But there's a few girls who are really mean to me. They're kind of fat, but like.
And why are they mean to you?
I don't do, because she's prettier than them, she's skinnier than them.
And I'm nice.
And she wears better clothes than them.
And I'm really nice.
She has more friends.
But I'm really nice to people. Like, even though I'm pretty quiet at school, I'm still really nice.
Where's Megan?
She's right here.
Happy birthday! Aren't you guys excited?
Yeah.
You're going to work out today.
Oh.
Just kidding. You're going to get spa treatments. Yes. You are going to get you're going to get petite facials. You're going to get massages. You're going to get lavender paraffin dips for your hands. So, and are you ready to change into some robes and slippers?
Yeah.
Yay!
Where's Emily?
Okay.
And then I want paraffin and everything again.
You want
I
the
want to
whole
get them and manicure pedicure. Not once a month. I want it once a week.
I don't think so.
I love jeans. I love jeans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 15, 16, 17, 18, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. And then I have some in the wash. The first time cheerleadings came out, I couldn't get them over my butt. I was like pulling and pulling, and I was really upset. So I started crying when I got home, because then I thought I was fat and that I couldn't, be cool because I couldn't have the true religion jeans like all the other girls. I want like long legs. I have normal size. I can't make my legs get really long. But unless there's some surgery, I'm unhappy with my cuticles. I don't love my freckles. I think that my arms are hairy. My mom said that I could get them lasered. Then I looked up lasered. You have to be like 15 and have like your period and like for like 3 years or something like that. And then I have fat feet. Don't look at them, don't look at them, don't look. But I want to have a lot of money, so...
And a good career.
I don't want to work. I just want to have a lot of money so I can shop and, you know, have expensive horses and, you know, have nice dogs and, you know, I want to have a lot of money.
As a teen, you know, we try to have as much fun as we can. You know, we not all the way in the real world yet, but you know, we almost there.
It's gotten to the point where race doesn't matter anymore. It's almost to the point where money is all that matters to some cliques and groups in schools. It's a lot better than saying, oh, he's black, he's Mexican, he's white, he's Asian. I like it better about money than about that because at least there's something involved.
We spend as much money as we can to, like, you know, be somewhere, just not to be considered lower class, you know? We just want to be somebody. We just want to come off like we're somebody.
I only really get the feeling of needing something if somebody else wants it.
You segregate. Well, not segregate,
But
but
like,
you
could
group
tell like
together.
from what someone's wearing, like who they're friends with, which sounds weird, but it's true.
It's true. It's not like a good or bad thing. It's just what happens.
This one boy said me get a nose job. And then he made fun of my nose and stuff. And I used to think my nose was fine.
My wish for the world would be that people can find a way to define themselves besides their financial status.
I think that money does make the world go round, unfortunately. I think that most people need money to be happy.
Radio, they on like all the radio. They on like all the radio. They on like all the. Yo, I step up in the club with my fresh Lacoste, I'm flamed up. Firefighters can't cool me out. And if I get a little cool, cause the ice out cross hanging around my neck, I'm slim thugging like a boss. I can give a fuck about all you player haters. I just keep coming up on me like an elevator. Got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Radio, they on like all the media, like they on all the media.